This is my 1 second period tautochrone. It's a 2 second period actually. But so the idea here is that the ball goes down through the middle once per second. The curve here is a tautochrone and also a brachistochrone. It's the same curve as a cycloid curve. There's a few fun demonstrations you can do with this. Let's just watch it work. Oh, yeah, well, we'll talk about the limitations of the print in a second. And 1 per second, it goes through the middle. All right. Let's talk about demonstrations first. Let me see if I can set this down right in the middle without breaking my camera. Okay. So, the strength of this demonstration, if you want to demonstrate it in a lab, is you can take a student and tell them to put the balls at any 2 distances from the middle, and because it's a tautochrone, it's going to take the same amount of time to reach the middle. So if I release the 2 balls at the same time, they'll always collide in the middle. Do one way up here, one down here. Bonk. All right. Put them both way up high. Bonk. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, so that's essentially the demonstration here. You can't really use this as a demonstration of as a brachistochrone, a fastest curve, because we have nothing to compare it with. But yeah, so let's talk about the drawbacks and the strengths of this particular demonstration. I made this fairly early on in my 3D printing career. The deal is that I made this in 4 different sections. You'll see I've got it covered in tape, in Scotch tape. And then under here in the yellow, this is just wall putty, like the putty you use to stick up posters. Basically, the biggest issue in this print is the transitions from one curve to another, from one printed piece to another. On the bottom, to line them up, I made a hollow area that will exactly fit my meter stick. So I've got a meter stick running down through the middle of it, holding everything in line and everything together, and I think they're taped to the meter stick too. But then, even having done that, the transitions are still kind of a shock. So if I removed all of this and I put my BB down on it, my ball bearing, you'd hear a click every time it transitioned from one to the other. And that's the biggest source of energy loss in this. And that's why I've put this smoothing putty in between there to kind of guide it across. Yeah. But this is a pretty cute little piece. It's cute enough that in spite of its various flaws, like 3D printing flaws, I haven't disassembled it all. The holes here are for, I can't remember why I put the holes in. Mostly to save on printing time, I think, because then it'll just print this in filler. You print this directly standing up, like facing up, so that the track will be as smooth as possible. But yeah, or maybe I printed them on the side. Yeah, you know what? I think I print these guys like this. And then these big holes save printing time. And that's why there's some janky layers here. Yeah, right. And that's why I did it this way. Because this way, when you're printing the railings here, they're all kind of, the printer will put them all down in one piece instead of zigzagging across it. This is a cute little demonstration. I like it a lot. Yeah, but yeah, feel free to revise the basic idea or the 3D print models, because I don't think they're perfect. My 3D printing people kind of got mad at me because I kept making these because I kept finding little flaws, but I think there's a 0.5 millimeter flaw in where these 2 tracks line up. You might want to go in and go over it yourself. I made the basic curve using Maple, and then I imported it into Tinkercad, where I expanded it out into a ramp. Okay, I'll talk to you later.